Howdy do, pond dwellers. It's your boy, Johnny Garami, also known as Jonathan Garamathan, for those who don't use nicknames. And as we're here again, on our lovely world, that means that there's more stuff to be done. To give a quick recap from the last episode, in case you might have forgot, even though it's only been a couple of days, we expanded the fuck out of our house. We made this little temporary bedroom area, which will soon be an extra storage section. And speaking of storage sections, we have this one, which that needs to be like that. And I completely forgot in the other episode to mention where I got these azalea bushes from. And there's actually a biome around the way. I'll go out here and show you real quick. Really show you the direction. There's a biome up and around this way across a river, which has a bunch of flowering oak and azalea trees in it. And that's where I found them. I just kind of zoned out and went to building before that cut, so I just completely forgot to mention it. I locked the fuck in and was just getting it done. So I'll go ahead and show you real quick. I just want to go over it now in case, people be like, did he use creative mode? No! So yeah, over there is, you can see like all the trees and stuff I was cutting down. That's where the azalea trees are. Matter of fact, you might be able to see some if I tilt my head a little bit. You can see it in the corner. Yeah, you can kind of see one. I think that's one. In the corner of my screen on the left, I use that's how I zoom in without a spyglass. I use the curve of the FOV. It's pretty useful. So until I get a spyglass, that's how I zoom. Now, heading back over here, for today's episodes, well, not for episodes, yeah, it might be episodes. I might have to do a two-parter. I want to do a lot today, because Share Factory only allows a 1 hour maximum of a video. I'll have to probably split it in two if and I end up having enough for 2 videos. So the first thing I want to do is work on the house again. R.I.P. to the man Wabba Beavis. But I want to work on the house again. I want to dig out this way, and then I want to organize some stuff over here, and then work on the other side of my storage area. And at some point, I don't know if it's going to be in this episode, or if it's going to even be today when I do it because of how little I have, I want to start work on a super smelter. The reason why is because I want to hollow out, I want to take all of this shit, all of this, and I want to move it elsewhere. Because I'm going to keep up this trend here of having like my first and last stuff be up along here as like a hall of memories. Because I feel like that would be awesome. So I'd be moving this over here, or over here. One of these spots, or maybe like this over here, and then what I have on here going over here. Either way, it's gonna be like first armor set, humble beginning, something like that. First copper armor, iron, diamond, whatever sets, And it's gonna have its respective tools up here. And then the second thing I want to do is a bit more exploring. Or maybe even make some farms, because I do want to make some animal farms. That way I don't have to keep slaughtering everything I see. Wait, no, I mean watching them have a heart attack. We don't kill things here. Totally not. We never kill anything. But I also kind of want to do some more exploring. I want to go check out this redwood forest, because I only went in there maybe for like 3 seconds. So I want to see what's going on in the redwood forest. Rest in peace to the man. And then, I'm really not sure. Oh my goodness! Oh my gracious! You know what has to be done. I have captured him. I have captured him! He's already been golden dandelioned. Do not ask where I got the gold dandelion. It's not important. But I have him. I have the big-headed boy. I have plenty of name for this man. We will have him, and you will see what he is named. You will all see. Ladies and gentlemen, may we introduce our second pet of the world. Hang on. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, may I introduce to you our second ever pet of the world. Please give a warm welcome to the ham-headed Budwig McLaughlin. Hopefully he stays around, unlike our one and only Awww. Here's to hoping Budwig will actually stay around long enough for us to give him a proper home. But anyways, like I was saying before I found Big Head Plinky over there, I'm going to move all of this around, and I'm going to put it somewhere else. And I also kind of want to steer away from doing the old, like the constant montages like I was doing. I kind of want to change it up. I don't want to be getting over and over the same stuff. Also, what I'm going to do, first I'm going to show off a cool feature of the Essentials mod. You take rotten flesh and put it into a smoker, and it'll turn it into leather, which is pretty nifty, I would say. You know what? We're going to go ahead and replant the golden dandelion from Awww's pad. Because Awww, he's still the first. I just did not want to risk that guy despawning, so I gave him the stuff. Oh! You're not Awww. You're not Wabba! You're an imposter. You're an imposter. A skinwalker. Someone who thinks he is someone he is not. Get, you're not him. You'll never be him. You know what? I'll be merciful. That's what he would have wanted. It's what Budwig wishes I wouldn't be. Anyways, alright. So with all that shit out of the way, I'm going to go ahead and upgrade my backpack now, which takes a diamond. And we're going to now have a large backpack. Pretty fucking nice, eh? Put away the medium backpack. Wait, actually, let me get the backpack cleared out first. Because it has some... Well, it has a pile of nonsense in it. And now... Oh. Okay, it works for both backpacks. If you have multiple out, it'll do that. Yeah, large backpack, large space. Pretty fucking nifty. Put all this back. And then put that in there. Yeah, I'll take this out. I do need the food. But I'm going to do a little bit of organization here on this stuff real quick. And then, oh yeah, I got this book too. I forgot if I mentioned it in the other episode. I got this when I was in that mine shaft. And it is pretty neat. I'm probably going to throw it on a diamond pick whenever I make one, which I might do soon. That way I can set to work on getting an enchanting table. But for right now, I'm going to just leave this sort of stuff and then get to work on it at some point. And, you know, with that out of the way, we're going to go ahead and get to work on this different sort of style of working on the house, because that's what I want to do. I don't want to just keep doing the old montage, like I said. And with that, let us begin. We're gonna just start over here, because I got a lot to do. I got a lot of work ahead of me. I'm actually gonna make a... I should have grabbed that other iron ingot. Make me a quick iron scovel here, because I want to get to digging. Yeah, I'm not entirely too sure how I'm going to go about all this, or like how far I'd have to dig out. But one thing is for sure, is that I got a lot of digging ahead of me. I got a lot of digging. I gotta dig out for the walls. And I gotta dig outward. I gotta extend out in order to make room for stuff. Because like, I still gotta do that whole super smelter. I do have to do that. Which that's gonna be a bit of a wacky mashigi over here. Whatever that means. Mashigi is probably a slur in some Asian cultures. So, well, if I said something I wasn't supposed to say, well, that's not the first time I've done that, so... Anyways... Let me find my dark oak. I use that as framework, obviously. I put shit in a chest somewhere. Because I just needed to clear my inventory real bad, and I didn't know what the hell to do with it. So somewhere around here. Maybe not. Maybe it's just not. Well, I can safely say it's not. So what we're going to do from here is, well, there it is. What we're going to do is find it. Well, I'll be an Unky's Munkle. Boosh, boosh, boosh. Squoosh. Boosh the caboose, boosh the caboose, and boosh. Booshy, boosh. Boosh, boosh. Nope, that's all I got for right now, so... Time to plant some and pray I actually get more saplings, because every time I plant these things, I get terrified that I will never get any saplings back. Unlike with these trees. That's why spruce is so good. Look good and it give you like 6 million saplings back. You're not him. God damn it, Budwig, stop imprinting! You only need me. I will be your friend. You don't need some fucking ugly-ass other swine to be friends with. Don't you backsass me! Anyways, here we go. Back to worky. Just gonna do the usual... Oh no. Gravel. My biggest nemesis. I'm gonna have to deal with that now. At least we got some coal, though. Jesus Christ, we got every coal. One thing about Minecraft I'm still happy about is they have, like, the gigantic coal veins still. They've never gotten rid of them, and I hope they never do. Because it's always just so fun blasting out through the wall and just seeing all of that flood through. Dude! I live in a coal file. A coal file? I'm in a coal mine. God, I can't speak. I cannot speak no matter how I try. That's just one of the points in being a certified retard. But anyways, I got the 1, a 2, a 3 gap here. So I will mark it off with the spruce. This is where that goes. Just cut it off here, make the same little frameworky do that I always make. And then inevitably, it'll be looking nice and snazzy. Now, of course, I'm going to have to factor in the super smelter. It's not going to be over here. This would just be too stupid right here. Or maybe it will be. Maybe it will be. Maybe I could put, like, one here, and then have, like, a little side room for, like, the other furnaces, like the blast furnaces or the smokers or whatever, just in case I need extra stuff for all that. Because the super smelter is gonna be on this side. I'm just not sure if it's gonna be directly in line here or what. But you know, considering that this hallway is so close, I'm gonna put another gap. I'm gonna do like this gap. Well, this is gonna be like a gap, and then the next one over might be it. Or I could, you know, I'm gonna keep it even. I'm gonna do two gaps, hallway, 2 gaps, hallways. I feel like that'll be a bit more cohesive, you know, make it a bit more even instead of wacky as fuck. Because I do want to try and keep it looking nice. I don't want it to be, like, really eclectic and weird. You gotta have an even flow. Or like the singer for Pearl Jam would say in this case, hey, now, gonna put a highway down, I'm gonna get even flow. Thank you for coming to my Pearl Jam impression competition. I win every year, always. It only happened just now, but I win every year. Don't question the law. Well, lads, looking by my armor here, And looking at the durability, it's showing me that I think it's time we do an upgrade. And we finally memorialize this on its own. So it is time to finally put up the copper armor. Give it a nice memorial. Why is it so dark in here, dude? Does Prisma affect the lighting of copper lanterns? Let me... Okay, no it does not. It's just kind of dim in here. It's a dim area. But I like it, I like it. Anyways, I did move these over here to this side. The copper sword and pick. And I moved over here inside the first ever tools I had. So that means that the walls here are now blank, except for the first diamond. So if you know what I could put here as memorabilia items for like the outside, put that in the comments. I'll check them out. I will read your things. And I just put these over here for right now. Look at my man, big fat Budwig McLaughlin. Great man, great man. Oh, you're colored like poo. Okay, back to working. So I'm just gonna use what do you want to say? I'm gonna use spruce as my framework for right now. I'm just a temporary frame. That way I know how to get everything going. And then once I get all that done, then once I get more dark oak, then I will go through and fix it all back up with the dark oak. But I'm scared about the chance, excuse me, that I don't get enough saplings from the dark oak again, because that's happened to me before on other worlds, and I was completely SOL because I could never get enough emeralds to like get it back off of a trader. Like, I don't understand why they make the saplings so hard to get. Like, they're so cool looking. But yet, you just never fucking get them. That's the same way with jungle saplings. I mean, I don't really use jungle wood all that much because it's just not really something that I care for. But the saplings on it have been bugged for years. Like, since they were first added, they've been bugged. You can't get them. Like, they're really rare to get still. And I don't know why Mojang hasn't fixed it. Like, you get these giant trees, and yet, you know, sometimes only get, like, maybe one sapling back. Well, not one sapling, but you'll just get very few. That's why I'm thankful on one of the realms that my brother Zane had way back in the day, that I had a whole tree shop. Like, I had every fucking tree that was available in Minecraft at the time. I had all the way up to cherry. So, that was pretty sick. And I would sell the wood. And it, like, I had a whole tree farm set up, pretty much is what I'm trying to get at here. And it worked really well. Like, I had everything set up perfectly, and I never had to worry about running out of wood. Although I think I did almost run out of dark oak once because I was just getting rid of a bunch of saplings. Like, I was running, I almost got, like, lost one set of saplings because I was just getting rid of a bunch, but I accidentally got rid of too many. So I was like, fuck, I'm not going to have enough anymore. It just pissed me off for a second because I was so bummed. But thankfully I did get enough to replant the entirety of the trees. So that was pretty happy. I was pretty happy that day. And I went one over. Okay. So here we have our two gaps. Gap, gap. Hallway, hallway. Gap, gap. So this next one will be the hallway to the super smelter. And I gotta get some torches on the ground ASAP. Because I don't want Richard Nixon coming in here and stealing all my hams and cookies. He will if I don't do anything about it. He will come back from the dead, and he'll tell me about things that he did in the war or in presidency when he was there. I don't know what he's gonna do. I don't want to know what he's gonna do. But if we let Richard Nixon do what he does, then the world will fall apart in front of us, and there will be nothing we can do about it. Keep that thought in your pocket. Don't let Richard Nixon into your house. He's a very scary man. But yeah, we got way too much copper and way too much iron, but whoever complained about that? Not me. Never me. I never complain about having too much of something. There we go. And you know what? We're not even done with the copper. We still got more to smelt. Look at that. Throw that right in there. Go back and do all this. And I don't want to keep this too long, so we're just going to go ahead and cut to when I'm back to working on stuff because, yep, that's what we do. You know, I did just say I wasn't going to do any more montages, but I'm pretty certain. I feel like I'm just gonna have to because I don't want to. This segment's already really long as is, so I think we're just gonna have to go in and montage it again because that's just, it feels better than just like dragging it out, in my opinion. But then again, it feels better. It's a double-edged sword, okay? Because like, on one hand, the montages make it a little bit easier on editing because I don't have to worry about trimming down stuff like crazy to get that hour-long, like, maximum, like, under the hour maximum, or at least up to the hour maximum. But at the same time, it feels like I'm just repeating the same formula, where it's just, hey, how you doing? We're gonna do this. Okay, montage of me doing this. You know, I don't want to just do montage. I want to try and be unique. But in this sense, I kind of have no choice. But who cares? You're going to watch it. I didn't even change armor. But anyways, who cares? You love them. I love them. It just makes things a little bit easier. We're going to roll the montage. Here we go.
I've seen this continent's oceans and all its creatures in motion, but above it all for splendor stands the briny Maritimes, where the mist and the rain blast life into me, and the old white pines stand guard over the sea, stand guard over the sea. Oh, I have left earth of time before. Oh, how I long for the maritime shores. I'm but one of 1,000 of lore. Oh, how I long for the maritime shores. Oh, how I long for the maritime shores. Well, I lost myself in the greenery and all other distant scenery. None match the kind of the misty Maritime. Elsewhere pipes are singing and strings and drums are ringing, but none with the life of the briny Maritime, the briny Maritime. Though I have left earth of time before, oh how I long for the maritime shores.
Well, people, it finally happened. I ran out of dark oak. Only got 3 saplings left, and as you know, you need 4, so that really does suck, but from now on I will be using spruce for the framework and what have you, which is fine. I don't mind it. It's just going to look a little bit wacky until I can get another dark oak sapling. But nevertheless, the show must go on. So, let's continue and get with what little dark oak I have left over here. And then I'll start working down this way, because I'm going to start working on the super smelter at some point here in just a little bit. And there is that part done, people. It's, you know, it's not looking too fancy right now, but I can assure you by the time I get it figured out, it's gonna look pretty nice, pretty fancy. And like I said, we're gonna have the super smelter running along this wall right here. You know, I might even add like a little shortcut through here somehow into this, like into the storage area. That way I don't always have to go up and down, you know, I can just peek on in through. I feel like that'd be pretty dang cool. And they do actually, like, one of the mod packs makes fake blocks, like, you can walk through, so I'm gonna see if I can actually do that real quick, like fake, like strip block or whatever it is. And we're gonna see if that's actually a possibility here. I don't know why it wouldn't be. We can do fake dark oak wood, fake strip dark oak wood, I would assume. No, you can't. That's pretty stupid. Very pretty stupid, yeah. But you know what? I'll figure it out. I'll figure out what to do. I always figure things out. But as you can see, I got the next few areas ready here for armor and trinkets and stuff. So I think I'm just going to have it right here with, like, first armor here. And then over here, it's just going to be, like, iron, diamond, netherite, whatever. I might even just put a gold set. Yeah, I might actually, you know, I'm gonna do that real quick. I don't even think I have enough gold, but you know what? Fuck it. We're gonna do it. Fuck, do I have any more gold ingots anywhere? Hold on, dude. If I can find them, this is gonna be... If I can find some more gold, that'd be great, but if not, I'm gonna go mine for some real quick. Because, like, we gotta have something. We gotta have it. Hang on. Alright. Look. Boom. The filler gold set. It does nothing. It was never worn. It's just here to fill the space. Aw yeah. It does nothing. It is the gold. And you know what? We got this hoe too. I could put it over here because it was with the first stuff I ever got, but since I never planned to use this, yeah, and as you can see, I do now have iron armor now, which is pretty rad, pretty rad. We're gonna take some of these bones, or all these bones, turn into meal, and we're gonna get some light going here, and some extra glowberries to keep the nice things going. So if I run out of glowberries, I will always be very sad. So we can never run out of the glowberries. Never run out of the glowberries, there will be depresso in the spaghetti. But, night time. Bedroom is gonna stay over here for right now, up until I get the thing that I'm looking for. And you know what? If I wasn't keeping the theme, I was gonna put my enchanting room somewhere over here. But I do actually have an idea for the frog lights finally, and that's whenever I get them. Ow, I just hit my finger. I mashed against my controller. That hurt. But my idea for them is I'm gonna take the floor and like carve it out, sort of like make it look like it was like kind of broken out, and then put leaves and stuff in here, like leaves and moss. And then in the leaves, like underneath them, like let's say this, like that was a leaf, and then like right here, I put a frog light, so that way it's hidden under the leaves. I think that'd be pretty sick. So that's gonna be my idea for whenever I inevitably get frog lights, which is gonna be a while, because of how big of a bitch it is to get them. I don't know why Mojang made them so hard to get, but they did. Nothing I can do about it there, Squindo. You know who you are, Squindo. Yeah, I do have 6 emeralds now because there was these 2 guys and I gave them my water buckets. So I'm down 2 buckets, but now if I find a another wandering trader, then I can finally get more dark oak saplings and be able to start cultivating them again. But you're actually new. Yeah, you're new. Milk Bucket and Fern. You have nothing of value, but that pickaxe is kind of cool. I don't need it though. Oh, there was another thing I had to do over here. And that was, yeah, I gotta cover up that. I want, like, the entrance to be well and, like, open, but I want the sides and stuff to be hidden. Like, I want it to, like, be all undercover and, like, well, hidden. But, like, I'm not good at terraforming, so it kind of just looks obvious where stuff is a lot of the time. But hopefully over here I can kind of blend it in a little. Make a little bit Minecrafty terrain. No, that feels too blocky. That feels way too obvious here. I think I'm just gonna leave it. I'm just gonna leave it like that. That doesn't look too bad. That looks just pretty well and normal. Yeah, like I only want this part to be sticking out. I don't want the rest of it to be. I feel like that just would not look great in my own book. Like, the terraforming is something I'm not very good with. Just make that look a little more symmetrical. Hell yeah, that looked good. But so far, this is just looking really sick. Like, I'm gonna have an armor stand here. That's where my iron's gonna go. Then I'm gonna have my diamond, and then I'll put like an extra. I'll put like my netherite set here sometime. Like whenever I get netherite, because that's another goal I forgot to mention. Another restriction is I have to kill the wither before I can get netherite. And so that's gonna be a whole fucking hellhole, but at least it'll actually give me some progression. I gotta kill the fucking wither in order to get netherite. So yeah, God help me there, but hey, we ball. So yeah, that's gonna happen inevitably. Just mark your calendars. I don't know when it's gonna happen, but mark them, and maybe you'll be lucky and you'll actually have the correct date. If you have the correct date, I will personally send you a Club Penguin gift card. Oh, also I got some redstone here, so I can make a compass real quick. And then with that compass, where the fuck's compass? There's compass. So with this compass, I'm gonna do what you probably expected, and ooh, boom, lodestone compass. Now we know where home is at all times. Just carry that around, and hey, look at that. I go this way to be greeted with the greatest, Budwig McLaughlin. Homie's already lasted longer than our boy Wababibus. So you know what? I think he's gonna actually last for another millennia. The immortal swine, Wababibus. Just gonna go ahead and make this compass say home. Gotta do a darker green. There we go. Yeah, baby. Look at that. Got our home compass. We got a nice, still always perpetually cluttered inventory. And we're gonna be making a super smelter here soon. So because I don't want to do another one of these transitions, I'ma just go into this. I'm just gonna cut, and we're gonna have it like we did before. I'm just gonna cut, we're gonna have super smelter in here at some point, which is probably gonna be right about. And here is the room so far. I kind of just wanted to dig it out mainly, and then I built the super smelter in like this. Now, it's not the most flashy thing in the world, but I feel like less is more with a build like this, you know? I mean, it's just meant to smelt things. It doesn't have to be, like, super duper duper pretty. I mean, yes, I could probably go back and make it look prettier over time, but for right now, it's going to stay like this. And just so I could get to the fueling chest here, I had to make the framework a little bit curvy. But I like it. You know, I'm just gonna try something here. See if it'll... Okay, cast open the other way. Yeah, you know what? There we go. Little copper trapdoor hatch to get to the chest. I think that's pretty nice. Yeah, back there is the fuel chest, which is underneath these copper trapdoors, which I feel like are pretty cool. Kind of encloses the mechanism. And let me cook. Oh, hold up. Wait a minute. I just had an epiphany. You see, I was gonna try and cover them up on the top like this, or like up on this block, but the rails wouldn't let me. But hey, looky. Oh, I just found a sick idea. Oh, give me more copper. Give me more copper. Give it all. Give me all the copper. Give me all the copper. Oh, hell yes. Oh, hell yes. We're gonna do one more. We're gonna... Wait, if and it's possible, I don't think it will be. I just... That... Yep. Let me flick this guy aside real quick. And then... like that. And then... Yeah! Yeah! Look at that shit! Oh, shit, there's cobble. But... Well, hey, it works. Does it? No, hold on, we're gonna run this birch. Yeah, baby. It works. It works like a fucking charm. Look at that shit. 8 furnaces, dude. 8 furnaces. Wait, is there 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? Yep, 8 furnaces. I would have done like 10 or so, but I feel like 8's just a simpler number to work with. That way, you know, I'm not making the room too big, but I'm also not like having to rework this and make it work as more efficiently. But look at that shit, dude. Oh. Okay, so that's gonna be a thing. Well, actually, hang on. I like this. You turn it off, they're open. You can get in there. You can get in there. It's open. Then, look at that. You shut it and it closes it. That's actually sick. I don't know why that other one at the top opened, but that's actually sick. When you start it, it shuts automatically. Yeah, this. Yeah, the top chest could just be a manual refuel. You know, you can get into that just manually, but then boom. It's the little things. It's the little things that make my nipples perky. What? Okay, so for the walls, what I'm gonna do, I mean, I can't really do much besides try and like obscure this because these walls are like that. This is this wall, so I can't really hide that. But before I explain this idea, I forgot because I was so excited to show this off. But I went through that mine shaft when I was looking for gold and like other resources I needed to use to build the super smelter. I found some trinkets in the mine shaft. I got 3 diamonds, another name tag, an efficiency 3 book, and then I got a feather falling 4, power 3, and loyalty 2 book. So that's pretty fucking nice, I would say. I'm gonna put those on some boots, the feather falling, and then that's gonna go on whatever it goes. I'm probably gonna go on the pickaxe. I keep saying I'm gonna make, but I haven't made yet. But yeah, we got that stuff. And now what I'm gonna do for the walls here is I'm gonna try and green them up. Like I'm gonna do like some greenery action. Finally, like I'm gonna mix in like some dripstone maybe, or just like try and make it look kind of natural. You know, that doesn't look half bad. That doesn't look half bad. I like that. I fuck with that. Yeah. So just gonna do some of this, a little bit of that. A little of that, yeah. Yeah, uh-huh. And then we're gonna do a little bit of that. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think we're gonna go ahead and get rid of this. Like, I want to have a bit of color on each of the walls. This one I'm gonna do like, yeah, I'm gonna do heavier coloring on that one. I like that. I like that one. I like looking at it. Oh, my pick broke. Oh, I don't have a pick anymore. Okay. Go with that. Make a quick pick. Where sticks? Need to make sticks. Gotta make stick where stick. There's base dark oak. That's unfortunate. Yeah, I'm down to using spruce here if you couldn't tell. So this whole area is probably gonna be spruce, except for this area here. And then when I continue into here, and then over on the other side, it's just all gonna be like spruce until I can get more dark oak. Which it sucks that I ran out, but I kind of foresaw it since I was only getting like 3 or 4 saplings per tree if I was lucky. So there's nothing I can really do about it, but I can just always hope that a wandering trader comes along and gives me the ability to get him again. See, there we go. And I finally found out, and I think I've already said it, about the frog light. Yeah, I've already said about the frog lights. I lost track already. The foolish brain of a foolish human who does foolishness. But yeah, that looks sick. That looks fucking magnifique. And I just realized I'm gonna have to get rid of this so that way I can make the top of the framework all connect. But you know what? For right now, it's gonna look nice and spice and everything rice. But you know what I could do? Hold on, let me cook. Let me cook. Let me cook. Trust the process. Where'd I put them? Yes! Let me cook. You already tell them what I'm gonna do, but let me cook. Oh. And then... what do they have here? Mossy cobble. Little hidden lantern. Adds a bit of brightness to the area, but without any torches. Yeah. Don't need torches here. Woo! Also, I'm still ate up over that. Dude, I'm still just... It's so simple, it's so meaningless, but it's just so cool, it's so fun. It's just... I love it. I love it so much. I love how just... Boom. Ready to roll. Yeah, I was doing that off camera. I was just like flicking it down and just watching it go a couple of times. God, I'm like a fucking 5-year-old. And you know what, folks? With all of this out of the way, I feel like this is a pretty good place to wrap up part 1 of this 2-part episode. Because, you know, I did quite a lot. I did a lot more than I thought I was going to do, but at the same time, I felt I didn't do a whole lot, you know? It's one of them weird balances. Like, the entirety of this was just clearing this out and building this. That's all I did, but yet it feels so well. Like, I made a whole feature-length film. But it ain't done yet. It ain't done yet. Oh, yeah, I put that gold hoe there. I forgot. Yeah, I already said this, too. I'm going back over myself. I've been playing for, like, 4 hours. Yeah. To recap, just like I was saying earlier, we just extended the hallway outward, and now we have it over here. We have a nice little super smelter that's gonna help us out. A little hidden lantern there. You can see it if you really look, but like if you're just kind of walking by, you won't even notice it. Of course, you're gonna notice it now because I've been pointing it out to you. But who's gonna look? Who's gonna look? No one. Yeah, that's a nice little touch there. I like that. And of course, my favorite thing in the world for like the next few days. But yeah, this is where we're gonna end off part 1 here. I hope you guys are enjoying so far. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. And I am Johnny Garami, signing off.